I'm Amy Jones and I'm from the Kitchen Fairies Wairarapa. And we are a community group of volunteers who put together care packages for people in our rural community when they're in need. We came about after Cyclone Gabrielle, where we saw a need to do something from a distance when we weren't involved in the cyclone itself. And we had a meeting at the hall in Tanui with the recovery office, and so we collated a whole lot of meals from people in our community, right from Piranoa, from even the Hawke's Bay, and put them all together, took them to the hall, and as people exited their meeting they got to come do their grocery shop and then take a meal home. I think we gave out 900 meals that day, and what really resonated with us was people just loved a home-cooked meal because they hadn't had a home-cooked meal for probably over a week. Some hadn't had no power. So we took away from that there's a real need to keep rural communities connected because it's so isolating. And when you're unwell or you've been through an adverse event like a cyclone, you probably don't tend to look after yourself. You're busy doing everything else, and the last thing you want to do is come in and think about what to cook for dinner. So when friends and things said, well, what can we do to help? We then thought, right, let's make care packages and take them to people like that in need. And so it's organically transitioned into care packages that we deliver every week out to families from Castle Point through to Homewood, which has been really rewarding. To deliver some of our care packages, we've had a really great relationship with Rural Support Trust. So they visit a lot of people in really tough situations, and so for us to add onto their services by giving a care packages, it really just gives another layer of wraparound support to these people that they're visiting. Anybody who lives rurally and needs a little bit of extra, they can come to us. I think what we've learned along this journey with the Kitchen Fairies and meeting lots of different people is that living rurally is quite isolating, and so something that we think is really important is getting to know your neighbours and checking in on them, or go and have a cup of coffee with them. And if you do this regularly, you will notice changes in people, and that's when you can reach out and say, hey, I think these guys might need a little bit of extra support at the moment, or if you don't have time to actually invite them for dinner or cook a meal for them, then that's when you could reach out to us and ask for us to drop a care package off. Also, if you get to know them, you know, are they a family with children, or are they gluten-free or vegetarian? And then we can really tailor our packages, which just gives extra when they receive it and they go, oh, this is so thoughtful and like purposely made for me, and I can eat it, it's delicious, you know? So that's part of what we love doing too. So if anyone does want to reach out to us and wants to nominate someone for a care package, we have a Facebook page that we use, and we also have an email address, but we primarily communicate through Messenger on our Facebook page. People can confidentially ask us for care packages. We don't need to know everybody's circumstances. We will happily just put a package together and get it to them. At the moment, everything is funded purely by some grants that we've been given, and so we're often looking for opportunities to reduce the cost in the way we produce our packages. So we love when people donate us extra fresh fruit from their trees, or like vegetables from their garden and things like that. And also people have offered to sponsor a meal for somebody else, which is fantastic. You know, you could buy a meal and it means that another family gets one next week. This year we're hoping to develop a commercial kitchen in Tanui. So we'd like to move from my kitchen and my other fairies' kitchens and have a premises that we set up a bit more permanently and have volunteers come in once or twice a month and bulk make some meals for care packages. So watch the space on our Facebook page. We'll be looking out for people to sponsor appliances or put their name on a list to come and actually be in the kitchen with us or deliver meals. Each care package roughly contains 3 meals and then baking as well. So it's quite time heavy to make a meal. So you've probably spent a whole day in the kitchen making a nice package for somebody. So we have at the moment probably about 4 fairies that are regulars that help out. Then, you know, we'll call upon them and say, right, can we all just make 10 lasagnas this week? We'll buy everything in bulk and just have a day often 2 or 3 of us in the kitchen here doing it all together. Once we get a bigger space, we'll be able to do that on a larger scale much more efficiently, which will be better than sort of, yeah. We try and keep one small freezer of meals ready at all times, so we've got 2 or 3 care packages we could just put together. If someone from rural support messages at 8 AM, I can get a meal care package done and out the door by 9. We're always looking for some volunteers, so we've had heaps of wonderful people come through our doors over the last 24 months, and it's just probably now looking to get a few regulars that have got 4 or 5 hours a week really that they could commit to. If you're interested in helping us out and you live out in our rural community, we'd love to hear from you.